Hello. So today I am going to spend the day just kind of tidying up the garden. It's really nice out today, so I don't want to miss my chance to put some of this stuff in the greenhouse and just kind of, like I said, just kind of tidying up while the weather is nice and I have the time. So I don't have to worry about coming out here once the weather starts to get even colder. So, in case you did not know, my name is Brittany Buss, and this is All Buss, No Fuss Gardening. So it looks like the only ones that are left are the ones that have the okra pods that I want to try and collect seeds from. And I'm just gonna trim these leaves down off of them just so that I can see a little bit better, because honestly the only reason they're still over here is just so that I can get those pods. After those pods are taken off of these plants, I'm gonna pull these plants out as well. Alright y'all, now this tomato plant, I love this tomato plant. I've seen it through its whole season this year. It was so tiny when I got it, and now it is just absolutely unmanageable. So I'm gonna see if there's anything I can do to tame this. And also I'm thinking, can you overwinter tomato plants? Is that a thing? If someone knows, please put down in the comments, let me know, because I wouldn't be opposed to overwintering this guy, or maybe just like even hacking off a part of it and trying to get it to reroot. But I don't know much about how to overwinter a tomato plant, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But if someone knows, let me know, please. Thank you. Cleaned it up a little bit, took some of those leaves off at the bottom, re-staked it up here. I needed to put another stake over there. This thing is just monstrous. And when I say, hold on y'all, when I say this plant has been so prolific, it has not stopped growing since I got it. There are tomatoes there still, up in there, right there, right there. There's flowers everywhere, okay? When I say I am in love, flowers back there. There's a tomato down there that I need to get. Another cluster right next to it. Yeah, I love this tomato plant because of just how prolific it is, and it is it does not care about my zone 6B weather. It doesn't. So I really want to try and grow this for as long as I have a garden now. Like I said, I have a couple of tomatoes in the house that I want to attempt to collect seeds from. I think that right there is a volunteer from this plant. This is the only tomato plant that was over here. Now, unless my child came out and dropped a tomato that I that I am not aware of, I'm pretty sure that these volunteers are from that plant. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm kind of feeling like I'm just gonna go ahead and plop those babies out, put them in a grow bag, and put them in the greenhouse. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that in addition to collect seeds from the tomatoes that I have and sow more for next year, because this tomato plant, y'all, I love her. This is this is my new favorite cherry tomato variety, and it's called a Husky cherry tomato. They started out maybe like this size when I first got them, so not too tiny, but not like super large, but they're big, probably equivalent to maybe like a dime, and then they blew up to like these huge, almost like the diameter of a quarter in size. Could be the fertilization, like all the fertilizing I was doing throughout the season too, so I don't want to not shed light on that fact. But I'm loving it, and as I'm sitting here talking, you guys, I'm seeing more. There's more right up in there. I don't know if you can see it because there's so much going on. Let me see if I can reposition. Right up in there. There's so much more up in there, and I love it. So we're gonna try to see if we can keep her alive through the winter. That sounds so crazy coming out of my mouth, I feel like. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I have decided that we're just gonna go ahead and put those two volunteer tomato plants in a bag and put them in the greenhouse, because I want them. I want them to be the Husky cherry, so I hope that they are. And I would like to have Husky cherry tomatoes next season. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and just do it. We're just gonna do it. No turning back now, right? This is a bag that I think I have like a tomato plant in this season already, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of fertilizer in it. What's that, a root? Yeah. I'm just gonna put a little bit of fertilizer in it, break up this soil, and then plop those two tomato plants in here and hope for the best. I feel like this is gonna be a fruitless endeavor, but at least I won't sit back and wonder what would have happened if I didn't do it. So. Am I making a huge mistake? They volunteered, so part of me feels like I should just leave them. I don't know if I'm making a huge mistake or not. Well, there's no turning back now. And so this is what their roots look like. They look good. Nothing crazy, but I am gonna bury them a little bit higher. That's what we have. And like I said, I'm just gonna plop this into the greenhouse after I give her a good water in with the rainwater we have collected over the flood we've just gotten. And we'll see how this goes. You guys can probably tell in my voice, I'm not hopeful, but I'm praying because I love those tomatoes so much. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just gonna grab everything that should not be out in the cold and toss it in. Alright, so I don't know if you guys remember, you probably do, I just don't want you to remember, that our lemon bush is not doing so well. The lime one is still hanging in there, looking beautiful and tall, and they've both been getting the same treatment, so not really sure why my lemon bush is looking like that. So let's just hope that it's been the weather and being in the greenhouse will help save her. We'll see what happens when the next season comes. I would like to try and overwinter that shishito pepper plant in the front. From what I've read and what I've seen, you're supposed to trim it down to like 2 branches, and I think that's all. But my version of overwintering is gonna be leaving it in a greenhouse and we'll see what happens. So there's like 3 branches here. So there's this one, that one, and that one, right? I can't really tell which 2 are the main ones. If I had to guess, I would say this one and that one. But since I'm not sure, I'm just gonna try to pick this one off. I'm just gonna leave it on, see what happens. If nothing happens, I'm not really counting on it. I do have some seeds that I saved. I'm gonna hope that those are viable, and we'll see what happens. I haven't tried to see if they'll germinate just yet, but worst case scenario, I'll just either buy another plant from my local nursery or buy some seeds, which I don't want to do, so I may just end up going with the former. just because I don't want to have to keep buying seeds. This was my first time growing shishito peppers, and I had no intention on, like, I guess growing them again, because I didn't know if I was going to like them or not, but I really did. So we'll see what happens with this, and that will determine how we're going to move forward in the future gardening seasons. So we'll see. So now that I've processed a couple of these actually already, I think I'm either gonna let these dry out in the house or just go ahead and process them so that they can be white in color, a lighter color loofah. There are 3 left. One of them is turning really, really brown. Honestly, it might be molding. I'm not sure. I'll show you guys what that loofah is looking like so you can tell me, because I don't know. But the other 2 look fine. I might get the other 2 actually, now that I think about it, because I don't want it to mold in case that is what's happening to the other one. So, come with me. You can tell I'm a little vertically challenged, but this one was starting to go brown right here. You can kind of tell. If I can, yeah, right there. But I do want to go ahead and show you guys this loofah. It's turning brown, but it's got like these like darker brown spots. Probably can't see it from that direction. These darker brown spots. I'm not sure if that is mold or if that's just it drying out like it should. I'm not 100% certain, but if you know, then let me know. Alright y'all, so listen. I just noticed that there's a loofah right there. Right there. And I am way too vertically challenged. And I want that loofah. But I can't reach it, and I want my husband to come get it, but it's Sunday, so he's watching football, so good luck with that. Yeah, I guess now's the test of time. We're gonna have to find out how much he loves me. Alright, so I think that is all that I am going to do out here today. I need to put some stuff in the compost, so I will be burying a bunch of our food scraps in our compost, and that's it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Like and share this video with anyone that you think may enjoy it, and I hope you have a good evening. Bye. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Thank you.
You got me on video?